Is to talk to you about probably the most beautiful place in Thailand, if not one of the most beautiful places in the world. Right, good morning. We are not in Phatthalung anymore, but I wanted to talk to you about probably the most beautiful place in Thailand, if not one of the most beautiful places in the world. Got a bit of building work here, hold on. So, the place is a spot in Phatthalung, and it's the biggest lake or freshwater source in Southeast Asia.
Is it actually?
It is.
The biggest?
Yeah. And it's actually called Lake Thale Noi. And it's based in Phatthalung, and it's kind of on the border of Songkhla. Anyway, it's this amazing place, and we heard amazing things about. And they said you've got to get there for the sunset. So I wanted to show you guys the experience and how good it was. We are off to sunrise on Phatthalung Lake. So basically, we got up at 5 o'clock in the morning for the sunrise, and
Not early enough. Too early for us. Not early enough.
wasn't early enough. We were supposed to leave at 5:15, which moved to 5:20. Blame me. Too early for you. Where's my mask? That's I forgot my mask. That's a good start. Hopped on the back of a tuk-tuk, which cost us 600 baht return. I'm glad we left at 5:15 in the end now, so hopefully we'll be in there in good time.
Left at 5:20 because you were late.
Oh, we left at 5:20. Apparently I was late. Not even true. Not even true. And he starts taking you out of the beautiful mountainous region of Phatthalung and into the kind of kampung area of Phatthalung, you know, out in the rice paddies and the fields, and you're seeing the sun come up, and it's still quite dark at this point, but as the sun comes up, like, you start to see how beautiful the surrounding area is. And my gosh, at one point you cross a bridge and it, like, the sun coming up and you stop to take a photo. It is truly incredible. I've never seen anything like it. I think we had a really good morning as well. It was just like, it was beautiful.
Not cloudy at all.
Not cloudy, you know, you could see the sun's reflection in the water, and that was just the start of it. So we turned up at the pier or the area where you get the boats, and we thought they'd be full of tourists and people around, but there wasn't. There was no one around. It was quiet and empty, and there was about one boatman, and we jumped along with the boatman, and he just nodded to us, and it was about, we agreed on an hour with him, and we heard it was about 500 baht an hour or something. That sunrise in the distance. He didn't really speak much English, and there wasn't any other boats around, and it was just us and this bloke. And we ventured out onto the water, and like the lake is home to many different creatures, and from things like rare birds, rare fishes, rare, you know, there's even talk, there's things like dolphins in the kind of vicinity. So, you know, it's a far-flung stretch from you know, the sea salt and you know, the beaches of you know, Koh Samui and Koh Phi Phi. You know, Thailand is very famous for all those beaches, but you know, this is so far from the obvious beaches. You know, there's not a tourist in sight here. You know, it's far flung from Pattaya and, you know, the gritty side of Thailand. It is actually very beautiful. You can actually see all the pink lotus flowers in bloom. I don't know if this is all of them. I think this is the remaining few because it's February to May. So these are the last blooming ones before they disappear. But it is very beautiful. for the ones that are here. And you can imagine when it is full of the blossoming lotus flowers, you can imagine it's absolutely stunning. You're just surrounded by wetland and, you know, water lilies, and at one point it looked like there was grass around you, like it was swimming through something so deep. Here you're absolutely surrounded by the pink lotus flowers here. Either way, they're beautiful. And that's coming from someone that's not into flowers. And
Probably even in normal times it's not a tourist.
yeah, even in normal times it is not touristy. Most tourists have never even heard of this region. So let me tell you this little secret of Thailand. So as you venture onto the water, you start to see the birds and you see the sun coming up and the reflection in the water. And between February and April, there is the pink lotus flowers blooming. And my gosh, they are stunning. Like, we ventured through them.
Look at these.
And you venture through the water and you see things like water buffaloes. And, you know,
I was really scared.
I was scared of the water buffaloes. Yeah,
I
mate.
was really nervous.
That's not true. It's rubbish. So basically, you could see nothing but wetland for miles, and it is just like all that you can see on the horizon. It's just like incredible.
In the first place, we weren't sure we actually wanted to go. It didn't look that amazing in photos. I saw. You see photos. It's very hard to give it justice.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not easy to photograph and to film.
No.
And wait, let me check. So we saw that the few reviews that were there, they were all super positive. People were also impressed, so we decided to give it a go. But yeah, until we saw it, I couldn't believe it would be that great.
It was, honestly, it blew my mind on like scales. It's just like amazing. And you obviously think as well, when you go to these places, man, Photoshop is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And everyone just Photoshops this stuff to hell. But this place really was even better than the photos.
When reality is better than the photos, that's where you need to go.
You know, the whole area is like completely serene. It's very, very beautiful. And it's just like something we've never, ever seen before. And you know that, and you're completely almost like on your own. Like there was no one else on that river, on that lake even, apart from a couple of other boats of locals who were using it to get some local bits to weave baskets, etc, etc. It's a non-hunting ground. Oh, and we saw the water buffaloes as well. God, the water buffaloes are huge. Apparently they're supposed to actually be quite dangerous as well. Our boat driver thought it was really funny to chase them. We had no idea at the time, and we looked up after. And yeah, they're supposed to be quite dangerous, quite unpredictable creatures. There are some death from them. If there's he took us for about an hour and a half. We only paid for something like an hour. We gave him a tip. But if there's a chance you can get to go to this place, you need to go to Lake Thale Noi in Phatthalung. In between February and June, we went at the beginning of June, and blooming lotus flowers were there. And my gosh, I'm not even into flowers, and they were stunning, let me tell you. And yeah, it's just so serene. But yeah, Phatthalung, well worth visiting. The mountainous region is something that might not crop up on your kind of normal tourist trail, but definitely check it out if you get a chance. It's well worth it. I think it might even be still worth it outside of the pink lotus flower season, just to see the beautiful nature of the area.